She really left Reigns behind in the city? I thought he, like, was in love with her. So that's how it is. We're really in the hole this time. Especially after what's happened with Kido. This is so nuts. I'd get laughed out of the journalistic community if I tried to write an article about it. Let me guess. You guys are going to go through heckin' high water to take her back, huh? I mean, I have to save the precious child. Them's the rules. Of course we are. Was there ever any doubt? The resistance will be fine, Randy. Don't worry about us. After all, you only joined us on the condition that we would help save your friends, isn't that right? Yeah, but... So that's how it went. It's no question that having your muscle back on the team would be a great help. At its core, the Resistance is just a group of stubborn CGF members who couldn't accept the Defense Force's ways. You're not one of us, Randy. You left the CGF and found new comrades to fight with. Besides, we have the wolves on our side now. That is correct. I have instructed them to maintain their vigil here. They will benefit you greatly in battle here in the mountains. Thanks a bunch, Scruffy. Don't you call Zeit Scruffy? Lloyd, Teotot, you can count me in. We've got a job to do, both as the SSS and as Kido's family. That's more like it. An excellent response. We're delighted to have you. Oh yeah, absolutely, over the moon. So while we're at it, you won't mind if I tag along too, right? Yes, that's fine, because I can leave you on the airship with Abyss, and then you're Abyss's problem, not mine. If you what? Oh, joy, here it comes. I can tell you guys are going to be at the center of all the action coming up. As a reporter, it'd be remiss of me to let a chance like this pass me by. I don't know about this. I suppose we could make room for you. Abyss might not be too happy about having a journalist aboard, though. He isn't the only one. I can't well afford to end up in an article either. Don't worry your pretty little heads. I could write a whole mountain of feature pieces about you all, but now's not the time for that. Right now, the scoop on everyone's mind is what'll happen to the newly independent state of Crossbell. The real story is which side of history this deceitful new regime is going to fall on. Which side of history? Hopefully the wrong side, so that we can have another revolution. To put it simply, the entire continent is in chaos. Sure. President Croix is one of the main catalysts behind it. But is casting him aside really all it's going to take to tide us over these dangerous times? Well, she has a point there. This is a more complex situation than we are giving it credit for. Words. When Calvard democratized 100 years ago, the revolutionaries of the time committed enough sordid deeds to fill a whole library. Assassinations were commonplace. There was even a conspiracy similar to the raid that Crossbell City experienced. But in retrospect, modern-day Calvardians view those actions as justified. Perhaps President Croiss's actions are going to be viewed in a similar light someday. They do say the winners get to write history. And of course, someone had to carry out those assassinations. Poor Risha. Still, I can't go along with him or his cronies after witnessing what I've seen. That's why I want to go with you. I want to see which path Crossbell will take, and how history will reflect that decision. And I can't exactly do that if I'm holed up here in the back lines. Our bad. We didn't realize how much thought you put into this one. That reasoning was so insightful, I could hardly believe it was coming out of your mouth. I love Tio. Tio was so good. Well, to be fair, the potential fun of it all still ranks #1 on my list. But don't forget, I've gained a lot of good sources working at a news agency. What if I said I could hook you up with some intel from within the city? You've already sold the pitch. We're not going to object to you coming. What about you, Wazy? Risha, you're both okay with this? I suppose. As long as I don't wind up in an article, that is. Same here. That said, good luck convincing Abbas. That's going to be your real challenge. Where is Ellie? I would bet money on her being in Crossbell. I don't think Mariabelle would let her out of her sight. Thanks, everybody. I owe you one. All right, let's do this. We're gonna bag me a Pulitzer Prize for sure. Watch her not actually be in Crossbell, and this is when we all learn that I'm a terrible gambler. And you should never bet with me. Good luck with that one, Grace. I don't think we're going to have time to help you with that. We were wrong to think she had changed. Afterward, Lloyd and the others met with Mayor Bixen, who had been aiding the resistance in secret. After discussing their immediate plans, Murray and the resistance said their goodbyes and returned to their base in the mountains. Man, get a load of this airship. Gotta say, the church is the last thing I'd expect to have these babies stashed away. You'll happily bet with me, but you like to live dangerously? That's why every time you go to the pub, you order milk in a dirty glass? Okay. Gotta say, the church is... Oh, I already read that. I must remind you not to write a word about this in your publication. Should you disclose this information, you can expect the church will never lend you their cooperation again. I get the feeling that even if she did, people would just pass it off as a tabloid piece. The same happens whenever anyone writes about Ouroboros. Lazy. Relax, boys. My word's golden. Same goes for you, Risha Mao. As tempting as it is to write about the mysterious assassin Yin's true identity, I appreciate that. Hey, Lloyd. Was having her tag along really a good idea? Randy, we need all the help we can get if we're to stage a revolution. Well, at the very least, she's not one to go back on her promises. I have detected a new potential landing spot in Western Crossbell. Pinpointing coordinates now. It's at the midway point of West Crossbell Highway, near the fork in the road that leads to the police academy and prison. There, huh? That's where you were being kept, yeah? Didn't you say Garcia helped you break out of the joint? That's right, believe it or not, I wouldn't be standing here if not for him. Malbrand, you and Lloyd are twinning. You both said believe it or not at the same time. To tell you the truth, I've been worried about what happened to him after we split up. I get how you feel, but I wouldn't advise trying to go to the police academy. They've likely stepped up security since you made your getaway. The defense force is stationed at Belgard Gate, too, which is the only other direction we could go. So that isn't much of an option either. You're telling me they'd arrest you guys on the spot if you showed up there. Regardless, I think it's still in our best interest to land. At the very least, we can scout out what the defense force is doing and take care of any potential cryptids. Understood. You should know that I had another warp circle placed in the mining village upon your disembarking. Whenever and wherever you are ready to land, you need only say the word. Randy has joined the party. Ooh, he learned Berserker. What does that do? Sure, set Berserker. What does it do, though? Was that under status? Very large. Death Scorpion's precursor hunts foes with a massive rifle. I am intrigued. Okay, time to find out what the heck kind of gear Randy was rocking. Because I sure don't remember. This was Axe, that I do know. We actually see that Berserker, do we? Oh, was that what he did earlier in the game? His crazy little breakout moment. I do not remember what you had. I'm pretty sure you did not have hit 3. It was early in the game? Okay. Mars Bell. I was saving that for Ellie. This is going to be so useful once we finally put this on someone. Dragon Vision will also be amazing. And Invigorate. I can just give Ellie all of these fancy things. Okay, it was Shield Breaker. Attack 3. I don't know why I started from the bottom. Poison. Move 2. Which I put on someone else, so you're getting move 1 instead. Impede 1. And Heaven's Eye. like you don't really need Heaven's Eye anymore because someone else has Heaven's Eye. Well, Wazy does, and I don't know if I'm going to keep him long term. Whatever, we'll leave it for now. You know, the series has a lot of entries, but is this like the 4th one? I think it's technically the 5th one? I unfortunately didn't play the Sky games, which I think is a trilogy. Correct me if I'm wrong. But then there's 0, Trails from 0, and then there's this one, Trails to Azure. So I believe this is entry number 5. Okay, take me back to Mines, though. Yeah, take me back to Mines. Actually, does sleeping give me my CP back? From here? It does. Ha ha ha. I'm unstoppable now. Alright, now I want to go back to Mines. And we're gonna go get the treasure chest. Monster chest, whatever you want to call it. The time has finally come. I'm gonna save though, so I don't have to go through that sequence again. We're talking about Japanese only. Yes, it is the 5th entry. I thought the like really, really old games weren't technically part of this series. I thought they were separate entirely. Oh, hello. You're just out and about now, huh? I will fight you after I do the monster chest. Please go back. To the village? Did I miss something in the village? This is not the... I want the shiny thing. Go to the inn. Alrighty. This is also not the correct way. Dang it. Ah, okay. Well. We're doing this now. Weak to water and fire. I see. Just punch one. Of course you're immune to all the fun things.
Yes.
I love that he ran all the way around them. Ow. Also ow. Ow. Water arts have become a preference recently? Yeah. Ah. Curses. It could be separate in a way that it's literally a Trails game, but not from this timeline. I think so. And I know Nayuta isn't technically related to anything either. But I will play that at some point. Have a hammer.
Adios.
Ooh, Deathstorm 2. You materials. Because I definitely have a use for those right now. Someone's a waterbender in this game? I guess you could say that we're all the Avatar. Except for maybe Lloyd and Randy. I don't know what they're capable of, but everyone else is pretty much the Avatar. You said the inn. I'll talk to these people later. Hi. I've been reading this book series I picked up the other day. But things being the way they are now, I doubt I'll be getting my hands on the last few chapters anytime soon. You're welcome to have the one I just finished if you want. Why were you carrying this around with you? Although I guess everyone in this game has infinity pockets, so you probably have just had it in your pocket. Or your apron, whatever. I can't even go into the city to gamble with everything going on. How long am I supposed to live like this? Is it even living? But just think about all the money you're saving right now by not gambling it away. I shouldn't comment. I play Genshin, like religiously. It's tough getting by without any entertainment, huh? On the other hand, since the mine is closed, we can't throw ourselves into our work either. Oh, that's unfortunate. So you can neither spend your money nor make money. Rip. Sighing's about all we can really do nowadays. Book 12 of 14, almost there. How much is it to rest here? 600? No, I'll get over it. Thanks. Why are so many people against Netflix's Last Airbender? I actually have not watched it yet. I saw that, like, a thing on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call Twitter now, that like had Aang like actually flying without his glider, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. And then I was like, I don't think I want to watch this, so I didn't. All right then, we'll make sure to keep your provisions stocked up. You said you also needed oil for equipment maintenance, correct? Baccarat should have some at his store. I'll check in with him. Of course, much appreciated. We owe a lot to the people of Mines. When I think of how much danger you'd be in if the Defense Force ever learned you were helping us. Oh, think nothing of it. You have enough to worry about as is. The people of Mines won't stand for a president who openly deals with Jaegers. The Resistance represents the will of Mines. Supporting you is our protest against the current regime. We will stand by you to the best of our ability. You have my word on that. We can't thank you enough, Mayor Bixen. I'll never forget the kindness all of you have shown us. We're still in a tough spot, but for now, the Resistance will continue its operations from our camp in the mountains. You and the SSS can leave this area to us, Randy. Sure thing. You better not let those Jaegers beat you. Same goes for the Defense Force, got it? Speak for yourself. We've got all of Mines backing us up. They won't stand a chance against us. So Douglas isn't here. I would hope Douglas didn't side with Dieter. That would be kind of upsetting. I also hope the Grimwood didn't side with Dieter, but I guess only time will tell. We can act freely now thanks to the Divine Wolf's assistance. Having the pack survey the surrounding area lightens our burden considerably. Hopefully Second Lieutenant Murray uses this opportunity to get some much-needed rest in. Good luck with that.